Hi everybody and welcome to another video. I am back to review the 2021 F1 mod for 2014. Now, as I'm recording this is only 3 hours until the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. The finale of the 2021 season will take place, and I will be going through a couple of races in the 2021 calendar that are available in F1 2014. First, just make my character Bossman, of course. The helmet select, obviously you can tell that some of these helmets haven't been changed since about 2014, because there's a 2018, because there's some 2018 Williams helmets, and also the Ferrari helmet number 4 does look a lot like Kimi Raikkonen's 2018 Ferrari helmet. We're going to choose this Red Bull one. I like it, simple as that, and we're going to skip the evaluation test because, nah, I don't want to do that. As you can see, it's got all the real drivers and all the real teams. You know, Red Bull has got Perez and Verstappen and so on and so forth. Also, there are only 10 teams, which is good. In 2014, of course, there were 12, but that is not the case here. We are going to start in Bahrain as Mick Schumacher in the Haas, and the guy's hand just glitching through the halo, but I'm quite impressed, honestly, that not only do these cars have the right skins, they've got right performances. We can see the cars right now. They've also got halo, and the car bodies have been sculpted more to fit the 2021 shape, which I think is pretty impressive. You know, it isn't just the skin making, they're actually changing how the car actually looks, which may not be as hard as I think it is. I'm not really that much into the modding thing. I just know how to download mods, really. As we're going to go down the outside now. Russell getting very aggressive there, and we've had a lot of wheel spin going into Latifi, and that is not a very good omen, as we've had actually a pretty good start, but then just giving it a bit too much power and almost spinning. And now Tsunoda very slow, and we're going to have a dive down the inside of him. Mazepin ahead of us. Let's see if maybe we can change it going into turn 9 and 10. Very tricky corner. Thinking about maybe going down the inside of Mazepin, as we're very close. Now we're just going to do a bit of exciting fast forwarding. It's nothing really. You can't really overtake here in Bahrain. We saw that actually. But now going down into turn 1. Can we do something? We're quite far behind. We're very far behind actually, but we are going to do some incredible late braking. The AI is not the highest it can be. It's not the lowest either. It's expert level, but you can still have legend after that. And we do a nice little round the outside of Mazepin. Now, too wide ahead of me, Raikkonen and Stroll. We're going to switch to the inside of Stroll. Now we're going to go down the inside of the both of them. And we're going to get the position, making sure not to give it too much throttle. Don't want to spin it out of control. And now we're going to take a look at some of the cameras, some of the camera angles. You can actually have two cockpit cameras angles, which is, I don't know how necessary that is, but it's interesting. There are more camera options than in 2014, more than 2021 as well, honestly. So I'm not sure exactly why that is, but, you know, it's just something that happened, and, you know, the more the merrier, I suppose, as Raikkonen tries to overtake us around the outside, and that will not work. No way. We're already quite far behind Russell, and this is the last lap, but can we keep Raikkonen behind? And yes, we can, as we're having a bit better of a time going through the corners, turn 9 and 10 as well, and we're stretching away a little bit, but of course Raikkonen has got DRS, but we're still able to continue ahead. Max Verstappen wins the race. If only it could have been like that in real life. And we're going to come across the line, and that is P15, a rather uneventful race, I'm going to be honest. I think mostly due to just that mistake into turn 1 of giving it too much throttle, having a bit too much wheel spin. But now we jump to a point midway in the season in the Alpine of Fernando Alonso. Why the Alpine? It is my favorite livery of the season. Second favorite would be the Aston Martin, which Vettel is in right ahead of me. Same with Stroll, but now we're going to cut down the inside overtake Ocon as well? Yes, we are, with a big dive bomb, hopping across the curb a bit. But then, of course, Leclerc gets a better run because he was on the racing line. He was kind of more on the track. We are 10th, though. That is an improvement. But yeah, I mean, the Alpine just looks nice. It's just I think it's a really solid livery. There's nothing about it that I don't like. The Aston Martin with that bit of pink, I don't know. I just wish it could have been green with some blue rather than green with some pink. But anyways, we are now going to see, can we overtake Raikkonen? Oh! As we try to overtake Ricardo, we do have wing damage, and that is really going to harm things. We're not going to pit in, because pitting in on a 3-lap race would just be the most boring, last 2 laps ever. But that is really not helping us out. We are going to be quite a lot slower through these corners. Still ahead of Ricardo, but I've got a feeling, yep, he's going to go down or inside. Will we be able to beat him? He's pushing us a little bit off onto the grass, but we're going to keep it steady. We're going to get the position still, even though we did outbrake ourselves. Ricardo's not getting the best run, and we are still ahead of him, which is nice for us. Ricardo right just on our tail, though, right now. So there's already a huge gap from us to Carlos Sainz, going off onto the grass a little bit, which is not helping us out at all. The front wing just not really helping out, and unfortunately this is still the 2014 handling model. I mean, it was not famed for being the best and really the only car that doesn't feel too affected by the handling model that I've driven is the Red Bull. I have not driven the Mercedes yet because I was a bit more excited to drive Max's Red Bull. Yeah, I am a Max fan. I just think it would be rather exciting because we've got so many young drivers who are so close to being future world champions, but it looks like it's just going to be Hamilton winning every time. We saw that, of course, with Schumacher, though. There is a time when, he will stop being the best, and then suddenly, we'll have Alonso, and then Raikkonen, and then Button, Vettel, all these other young drivers who are hoping to get the season win, but unfortunately really just not having the most pace. We're still going to be ahead of Leclerc, and we're absolutely swamped at the end there, the AlphaTauri banging into us actually. But yeah, unfortunately, not the best race, not the best race in the slightest. But this is the big one. Abu Dhabi starts in 3 hours. Hamilton, Verstappen equal on points. Let's see how this goes. We are driving as Max Verstappen because I am hoping that he will win the championship. Of course, if Hamilton wins, he'll be an 8-time champion. That will be very exciting. But I think maybe it's time that somebody new gets a chance. We're going to try to overtake Gasly around the outside. And it is going to work, I believe. Yes, it is. Easy. Bottas still keeping his nose in a bit. But we've got the racing line, and he's just not going to be able to compete with that whatsoever. Hamilton in front of us. When can we get him? Oh, he goes. Oh, and okay. Well, that was a bit easy. He just gave us the racing line. Basically, okay then. What you should know about some of these older F1 games is that if you're on the inside line, you are just hopeless. You won't be ahead. You have to be on the racing line. If you are on the inside, then you'll break way too much. So yeah, come on, Hamilton, what were you doing? But this is not the most eventful right now, as we're still in P1 after 1.5 laps. And now Hamilton's going to come back, though. Will he be able to Yeah, he will be able to overtake us. He's got some of that straight line speed, and unfortunately he gets the position very easily. Now going through the chicane that does not exist anymore in 2021, but it does exist in 2014. It also still exists, I believe, in the 2021 games. We're going side by side through. Wow, that is not an overtaking zone. That could have been very close to a catastrophe. So we went side by side there for quite a while. Wow, amazing that happened. Max Verstappen was given the space by Hamilton. Thank you very much. I'm not sure if there's a situation like that in real life. I don't think it will happen like that. I think it will end in crash and tears. Yeah, wow. It'll be very exciting to see how this race comes out, because of course I've got a feeling that it will be rather fierce. Unfortunately, that last race in Jeddah just kind of left a bad taste, and maybe this is just me, but it kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. They kind of, all of the zero IQ driving, some of Max's overly aggressive racing, some of Hamilton driving into the back of Max when Max was not rapidly slowing down, kind of ruined the fun a little bit. But in this race at least, Max Verstappen wins, and he wins the World Championship by 7 points only. Fantastic stuff from me, if I do say so myself. I'm pretty fantastic. So what we've learned is that I would be world champion, which is very constructive. But we're just gonna revisit this move again. Look at that side by side. That was just some cool racing.
This right here is my favorite thing ever in the history of forever.
I hope we get some of that in real life. But there is Max Verstappen. He has won the race, and with that, the championship. And this 2014 mod is really cool, actually. If you cannot play F1 2021 like I can't, then do consider playing this. It's a lot of fun. Thank you, and goodbye. Enjoy the race.